Hi, everybody. I'm Terry Foltz. Welcome to Terry's Playdate, where you will hear short plays written by me and read by my talented actor friends. Today's play is called Just Listen. But before we do that, I'd like for the actors to introduce themselves.
Hi, I am Abby Kepf. I am zooming in from Denver, Colorado, and I am playing the role of the woman.
And hi, I'm Mark Mascalino. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'll be playing the role of the man.
Just listen. A couple sits in the living room after dinner.
You're awfully quiet.
I'm not quiet. I am silent.
Okay.
If I were quiet, I'd be saying something you couldn't hear.
All right. You're awfully absent of sound tonight. Is that better?
Oh, you noticed.
Of course.
But you failed to notice when I'm full of sound, right?
What is this about? What did you say that I ignored?
Nothing. Forget it.
Excuse me. What did you say? You're awfully quiet now. I got it right that time, right?
Before dinner.
All right. Before dinner, you said something before dinner, but after lunch. Is this the game we're playing?
I told you I got a letter.
Vowel or consonant?
See, you don't even care. It's all about jokes with you, isn't it?
Sorry, I deserve that one. But I heard you, by the way. You said you got a letter in the mail today, but you didn't get into specifics, so I didn't ask.
You weren't curious?
Did you want me to know what was in the letter?
Of course.
And why didn't you tell me?
It's horrible.
Oh, God, honey, I'm sorry. What? What happened?
My masseuse is moving to California.
Oh, well, that is a black day indeed.
Don't make fun of me. You're doing it again.
Honey, Gateway College is spitting out massage therapists like a Pez dispenser. You'll find another one.
Not like her. She was magic.
Really? Well, maybe I should go see her before she moves.
Stop that.
What's so special about this masseuse? Aren't they all trained to do the same thing?
There are subtle differences.
Oh, well, now you've got me curious. I am definitely going to go make that appointment.
No, not with her. She knows too much.
What do you mean she knows too much? About what?
Us?
What are you saying?
I talk to her. She's wise. She listens. She gives such good advice.
While she's massaging you? I thought most of them just played some new age crap on an old boombox from the 80s. Isn't it supposed to be quiet or even silent?
She was different.
Okay, so what did you tell her?
Let's just say that if you two met, she would be surprised that you weren't 13.
You did tell her that you were telling her that you were sleeping with a pre-adolescent?
No, but she agreed you might be a little underdeveloped for your age.
You said size didn't matter.
Not that way, just immature.
But you were clear that I was a man, right? A grown man.
Of course. And we didn't just talk about you. She helped me with my relationship with my mom.
Okay, so you told her that you felt neglected as a child,
Yes.
and that whenever you needed her, she was too busy with her own life to be there.
Yes.
And she never asks you how you are when you call, but she always expects you to listen to her complain for hours on end about her neighbor's cat.
Yes.
So what else did you talk about?
My job?
Okay, so how you were disappointed that Michelle got that promotion instead of you,
Yes.
and the fact that no one ever thanks you for keeping the break room supplied with donuts.
Yes.
And just where do they think these donuts come from?
Exactly.
Oh, I hope you also told her about that teacher you had in high school that accused you of cheating and how you think that she kept you out of that honor society.
Oh, she did. I am sure of it.
Oh, and you never cheated, not once.
I know.
And you were worried that she'd tell your parents and they would believe her and not you, and how devastating that would be for you.
Yeah, it would have crushed me.
I know.
You do?
Of course I do, honey. I don't think you need a masseuse. I think you had a therapist.
Maybe you're right.
And if you felt you really needed one because I was too immature to get you,
Well,
I listen.
but you never give advice.
No, I don't.
Why not?
Well, do you remember when we were first married and you told me that you were upset about our neighbor who was mistreating your dog? Do you remember what I did?
Not really.
Liar, you do too. I walked over there. I rang that bell and I gave her a piece of my mind. I told her, you have no business owning a pet if you're just going to leave it tied up all day. And this really upset my wife to hear that dog moaning all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what happened after I did that?
Can't recall.
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, she moved and she left that dog on our doorstep with a note. And how did that work out?
Okay. We found out the dog moaned all the time,
Yeah.
inside or
Yes.
outside.
Yes, 24/7 that dog moaned, and we couldn't put him in the backyard because then our neighbors would complain. So we were the ones that had to find a family on a farm who would take him.
Well, it worked out, didn't it?
But apparently you're forgetting what else you told me that day. When I tell you I'm upset, I am not asking you to fix it. Does that ring a bell?
So this is why you stopped giving advice? This is why you leave it all up to me?
Yes, because you always figured it out. When you get angry and you've ranted long enough, you find a way to handle things.
I have?
Yeah. And I also don't have to remind you that your boyfriend is pretty immature. We all know that, right?
So you figured that I would eventually be okay with losing my therapist?
You would be okay no matter what that letter had said. When have you never not been okay? Eventually.
That time in college when I wasn't asked to pledge a sorority.
Excuse me, were you saying something?
See,
I'm kidding. But didn't that sorority get sanctioned for heavy drinking? And didn't you decide that you weren't there when they got hauled off to jail?
well, yes.
See, you don't need a massage therapist or any kind of therapist. You are your own life coach.
I am?
Yeah. And as far as a massage therapist goes, we could get some oils and some scented candles, and I could play some goofy music and see how I do. What do you say about that?
You'd like that?
I sure would, on one condition.
What?
You don't talk so much.
Curtain.
We gotta do it.